We're just out on the patio doing a bit of a live stream. Don't know how long we're going to be out here. It's going to depend on the skies. It might rain in 5 minutes. It might rain in 5 hours. I know. What? Well, we could go inside if it rains. But we're not set up to stream inside right now, honey. We're outside. Well, you want to go inside. Are you having an argument with me about the inside versus the outside? Yes, okay. But it's nice out here. It's nice and cool out here, and the inside's hot. I got dressed to go outside. I got dressed in your special shirt, honey. I know. Life when you get talked back to by a bird. Okay, that was a bumblebee. We leave them alone, right? We leave our bumbles alone. But yeah, no, just thought I'd pop out. Hello if you're joining us. Also wanted to, I'm told I don't appear on camera enough. And I'm shy, I admit it. I'm gonna duck behind the camera pretty quick. But one thing I wanted to show was, yes, Max the Moluccan shirts. We've got 3 designs available on our Etsy store. Variety of sizes, variety of colors. You've got Max the Moluccan with the crest. You've got the whole flock, and you've also got the iconic Max logo. So yeah, Max, what do you think? Yeah. So it's enough to make you dance. All right, enough of that. I don't want to scare people away, unless they encourage me. And then we'll just start dancing, right? Do-do-do-do-do. All right, Max, have you got a buck, buck, buck for me? Buck, buck. What? No bucks? Gonna get a buck, buck, buck. Buck, buck. Oh, I know, Max. It's really tough to be a bird. You want to go for a walk, or do you want to go sit? Okay, you're leaning towards the patio, so let's just get the chairs set up. I'm going to keep you on camera while I set up the chairs. All right, buddy, let me set up the chairs. Shift the table a little bit. There we go. One-armed, and there we go. Okay. Obligatory wasp check before I sit down. Okay, I kind of expect them to just sneak in there. Whew. Here you go. But if you're joining us, hello. It's a beautiful morning out here. As long as it does not decide to rain. Gonna flip. There we go, flippers. Yeah, there's the skies. So, I mean, there is potential for rain. There's also potential to be able to sit out here for hours and enjoy it. So I'm being the optimist here. Hi, Emily. Yeah. No, so the thing is, if it starts raining, Max is going to say enough and we will stop the stream in a hurry. So let's all just try and balk the rain away, okay? Yeah, I'd love to sit out here for an hour, Max. I think probably 10-15 minutes is more likely. So we'll see when it starts raining. So yeah, I was just showing off one of our shirts. They are available on our Etsy store. And they are, we ship them worldwide. I'll tell you something we're doing with our Etsy store with our shirts, because I'm kind of excited about it. Right, Max? Yeah, what? Okay, let's flip. Let's flip the camera. There we go. So with our shirts, what we're doing, and there we go. We've just got the shirt there. Let's just see here. I'm not good at selfies. Did that work? I don't know if that worked or not, but there's Max, the bird of the hour. But I'm going to flip this because I might have a crest up in a minute. Do you see people, Max? Hello. It's awesome. He's excited to see you. Crest up. That's right. Where you go? Well, they did not have a dog with them, honey. Yeah, but the shirts are available on our Etsy store. We've just recently moved them over to Etsy, and I'm going to tell you 3 things about the shirts. 3 different designs. Check. You can get those designs in a variety of sizes and colors. So if you want the Max the Moluccan crest design on a black shirt, we can do it. On a white shirt, we can do it. On a red shirt, we can do it. On a blue shirt, we can do it. Same with any of our other designs, which is kind of fun. And whichever size you like. Now, if you are ordering a size that's not in stock, it's going to take us a couple of extra weeks to get it shipped to you because it is custom made just for you. But we thought, moving things to our own Etsy store, we had a little bit more control over it. Let's do it. And we do ship worldwide. If we are shipping somewhere where customs might be involved, we might get your shirt done at a local connection that we have there and ship there. But because we want to make it affordable and fun for you, right, Max? Oh no, Jocelyn injured herself. So let's just see who's joining us. Kim was the first one on, buddy. Followed by Hi-Ho Max the Moluccan by Jocelyn. Marco. Loden Termite. Sherry. Andrea. Esther. Jordan. Hello, Jordan. Yeah, Emily. I know we don't always make all the lives, but I'm glad that you made the pop-up today. As I said when I started, I don't know how long it's going to be until the rain starts falling. So it's a little bit of just sort of a test shoot here. Matt is alive is here, and Matt brings the best jokes, Max. Matt's mother told him that her Wi-Fi password is Minnie, Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Pluto, Huey, Dewey, Louie, and Dublin. Dublin? Well, she said she needed 8 characters and a capital. I love your jokes, Matt. They are so much fun. Hey, Sherry. Yeah, Max is not a fan of the rain at all. We had one drop earlier, but nothing since then. We had quite the storm, a couple of storms this week. Had a 3-hour power outage on Wednesday night. Well, early Thursday morning, I guess it was. Friday night, we had such a storm. It made a big mess. It kicked out a lot of dirt and stuff from the flower beds. Flower beds used to have a really nice layer of mulch. So I'm using past tense here. It all got washed out. There's a car flying Canada and Ukraine flags. Sorry, Max, that distracted me. Our dry pond is anything but dry. I'm posting a few videos of it, and you can really see how much water's in it. Check out our community tab. It's got some pictures of the storm on Friday night. I went for a walk because the road out front of us was completely backed up and then blocked off by the police. Yeah, I was kind of curious what's going on, and I was pretty sure it was the dry pond was very, very wet. That rain hit just like a river. Amazing. So, speaking of the community tab, folks, I want to tell you about a new way you can engage with us, which is a lot of fun. And if you're just new here, I want to say hello to each and every one of you. I'll catch up in comments in a minute. But hello, welcome, and I want to invite you to beak that subscribe button, join the flock, and Bok up in the comments. We've got a really, really friendly group here. Our moderator, Raising Cane, is... Whoa, what's with the bumblebees, honey? No. Don't fly by me. Go. There we go. Our moderator, Raising Cane, is really busy right now. She's on a road trip with Cane, Minnie Max, and Minnie Einstein. Yeah, your Minnie's out on a road trip, buddy. But for the birth of granddaughter or grandchild. So exciting. Yeah. So if you are a regular here and you see a question in the comments and you know the answer, help us answer it, okay? That'd be awesome. But yeah, we've now got a community tab in the post section on YouTube. And the community tab is one that you can engage in. There are some requirements to post, and I'm not 100% sure what they are, but I noticed some of our regulars and subscribers are able to post. So go in there, you can post an update, you can share a picture. We want to keep it a little bit somewhat Max and bird related, but it really is a fun way to engage with people, and see what's going on. Raising Cane actually shared a picture of Cane, Minnie Max, and Minnie Einstein and their journey, and that is oh so much fun. Yeah, Max. Yeah. So yeah, we've got that. And on YouTube, we also have top fans. So you'll notice a couple of people have a little crown and a number. That's a new thing that YouTube's brought out, and they've rolled it out to us. And top fans is just how engaged are you during this particular stream. And you can become a top fan even if it's the first time you're watching Max, just by commenting, liking, and engaging in the stream. So super, super fun. And right now I see we've got Emily's number 2, Kim Harrison's number 3. Kim, we are so glad that you found the channel. I'm going to read some comments, buddy, and then we'll do some more fun stuff. Jocelyn thinks she might have broken another rib. That hurts so much, Jocelyn. Hope you're feeling better soon. No fun. No fun at all. Bop. You want a scritchy? What, Max? You're looking a little bit nervous. Is the rain coming? Yeah. You know what I'm going to do, Max? I'm going to try something here. I'm going to flip this around so people can see what I'm doing. Up, Max. Up, up. Out, up. So, Max, I know you don't like rain. I'm going to try something. Yeah, I've got this big umbrella right here, okay? So shift it forward a little bit. There we go. Give this a pull. Now, this is kind of awkward doing one arm. Let's see if I can figure out where there's a crank. Okay. You know what? Cranking something always reminds me of a Jack in the Box when I was a kid. So there's Max. Whoops. Okay, Max, I need you for 1 minute while I crank this, okay? I know it's meant for shade. Let's see if it'll help us out if it starts raining just a little bit. Okay? Woo! Let's try that. Here's Max. There's Mom. And there is Mom's shirt. So Max Moluccan shirts. We've got 3 different designs available on our Etsy store. Variety of sizes, variety of background colors. Go check it out. Link is in the description. And we'll post up another link about shirts later today. Yeah. That's so much fun. There you go, Max. So Max, if it starts just raining and just a little drizzle, you're safe from the rain, okay? Because that's a big umbrella. It's a really big umbrella and it'll keep you dry. Might keep that bumblebee dry too. Yeah, okay. Hey, I can actually see comments from this angle, which is awesome. Yeah, Max does not like the rain at all. He does not like the rain. Thinks he's going to melt if he gets wet. But yeah, we'll see if, if it's just a couple of drips here and there, because I felt one drop. If it's just a very light couple of drops, this might be okay. Max might be happy with it. This is an experiment, folks. If it really starts raining, I may have to grab Max and run. You know Max does not like the rain at all. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm just going to grab the camera here and just going to flip this so I've got a better shot of Max and a better shot of comments. Hi, Becky. Hi, Shondanam. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, and you can always help correct me and teach me how to pronounce it in the comments, okay, folks? That's the rule around here. I'm doing my absolute best to get names right, but I don't always get it right. Okay, now where was I? Okay, I'm going to catch up on comments. I'm a few minutes behind, and I recognize that. It's about Max, not just about the comments, right? Come to watch this boy who needs a preening around his face right now. Yeah, oh yeah, there's one. There's a new feather. Yeah, there's a new feather. You look like a porcupine, honey. That was a mom. Leave me alone. Yeah, no, we've had lots of rain. Apparently, south part of Calgary really got hit by storms last night. We stayed pretty dry up here, just a little bit of rain. Max, look out at the walkway. Do you see somebody? Do you see somebody with a doggo? What do you say? Oh. Okay, you yawn. Hi-ho, you've seen that before. Yep. Okay. Hi, Elizabeth. Hello, Renelwi. Hi, Andrea. Yeah, Andrea. There's a couple of videos where it starts raining and it gets, he knows when that rain's coming and he cannot wait to get home and safe. He does not like the rain at all. One day, now when I'm out walking with Max, if you've been watching for a while, you know this. The way that Max steers me is he leans, sort of like you would drive a Segway, just leaning one way or the other way, saying, turn this way, go, slow down, he leans back, turn around. He's got sort of a really good little body language for that. I don't always want to turn around, so sometimes I just walk in a circle. But one day we were out walking and he was in such a hurry, he leaned forward because he knows that usually makes me go faster because I'm trying to keep my arm underneath him. And he's clued in on this. He's actually gotten me to run doing this trick before. Well, I was wearing shoes that were sort of flip-flops, and I was not about to break into a run in flip-flops because what would happen is I would start running and then I would go flippity-floppity myself onto the concrete, and that would not be good for anybody. Right, Max? I don't think you'd appreciate it. Yeah. So he leaned so far forward, he actually fell off my hand, and he ended up hanging upside down like Batbird, and he looked pretty upset about how undignified it was. Got that one up in his short, and if you just look for the shorts and search for Max in the rain, you'll find it. But yeah. Oh boy. Oh, there's somebody else walking, Max. Do you see them? Yeah, do you see them? Hello. You make all the friends in the world, buddy. Yeah. My goodness, Max. Yeah, Batbird. Batbird. Yeah. Now, I noticed that we occasionally have one drip of rain, so I'm hoping that Max is going to be okay with that umbrella up, which is right up here. My goodness. That ka-ching was just an order on our Etsy store. I was telling people a minute ago about our shirts, and the other thing I'm going to do is if you are placing an order on our Etsy store and you saw us on this video on the live, I'm going to give you a secret word, and don't worry, the person who just placed the order, I'm going to grandfather you or grandbird you into that secret word. So I'm going to treat it as if you included this in your order notes. So, when you place an order, there's usually a place you can put a comment, or you can send us a message. And if you are placing an order and you want to get an extra goodie with your order, let's see, what are we going to use today? Why don't we use the word rain? Rain, R-A-I-N, rain. And that's today's magic word. I'm going to try and do some of this during the shorts, or during the lives, because it's kind of fun. Right, Max? We had yesterday's word, we had today's word, but this way we know it's a super fan getting a discount because you've been watching live. So there we go, rain. Yeah. Max does not like rain, but he likes you. So yeah, we'll tuck something extra in. Might be, I'll leave it as a little bit of a surprise, but it'll be an extra goodie with your order as long as it's off of our Etsy store. Yeah, Max. Yeah. Hello, Mohammed. Yeah, Rex. Max is being very well behaved. He's being pretty calm. He knows that there's rain coming, and he's ready. He's happy to chill out here until it arrives. So what I did is I put up the umbrella. It's really supposed to be a sun umbrella, but if we just have a little bit of light rain, it might be okay. And this is an experiment. It'll at least give me enough time to end the stream and get inside, I guess. And then I'd have to run back out and close the umbrella. But we can get that figured, right, Max? Yeah, we can get that figured. Not letting the rain stop us. No. Super Mario Brothers says, you are very cute, Max. Did you know that? Hi there, Kumar. Kumar is joining us from Singapore, 12 a.m. Here it is 10:18, so just after 10 a.m. Let us know in the comments where you're joining us from. Calgary, Alberta, Canada with Max. Hello, Jenny. Yeah, Emily, you keep climbing in numbers. Load and Termite. Hello, Jenny. Rex, Max has never liked the rain. I think it scares him when the sky drips. He would not make it in the wild. He definitely is a little bit of an indoor bird. He likes the outdoors, though, as long as the sky's not dripping on him. And it is beautiful out here right now. It's, we've got a little bit of shade. And it's nice and cool, but it's cool as in comfortable cool, not cold cool. And Max is just hanging out, watching carefully for that rain, trying to figure out why I just put up the umbrella. But yeah. Hey, Carrie. Carrie's sitting there eating her EGGIES. Yeah, Andrea, this one's just a 7.5 foot because we've got such a small patio. And yeah, it's really nice to give us a little bit of shade. We weren't sure about one because we've got such a small patio, but honestly, really good investment. It's made it really nice out here when the sun's beating down. Oh, that's a robin. You see the robin? Yeah, that startled you, Max. Let me see if I can zoom in on Mr. Robin. What sound do robins make, Max? There he goes. So that robin, I don't know if I got that or not. He was on the ground right beside Max. He just landed on the ground right down there and then sort of looked up and realized that maybe he had miscalculated and got into somebody's space. Yeah. The other day, Max actually tried to talk to that robin. He tried to say hello to that robin. Oh, there's a robin again. I don't know if you see him or not, but he just flew past and up. It's a robin watch, Max. There's birds called robins and there's friends called robins. Okay, yeah, that's right. You settle in and you be comfortable. Maxine, the art bean, says, my bird's name is Max too. Tell us a bit about your bird in the comments, Maxine. Cicely says, you're beautiful, Max. Hello, Laura. Hey, Stephen. Sherry. Yeah, a couple of pin feathers beside his face. Max is not always super happy about me going after the pinnies beside his face, and sometimes it's sort of one at a time. They weren't quite ready to go yesterday. They're a little bit more ready today. Oops, sorry, Max. And Max is saying, not right now, Mom. Not right now. Leave me. I want to look like a porcupine. Don't you know it's the newest fashion, porcupine? And I do try to respect his likes and dislikes and wishes. He can enforce those with his beak. But it's really consent and trust-based relationship that we have, right, Max? Yeah, it is. Oh, you want scritchies or what do you want? Oh, you want to turn around? Okay. You can turn around. You got tangled. You got your harness tangled. There you go. What are you doing? You're being a goose. Being a goose. Yeah. Turn around so I can get behind you. Okay, we can do that. We can give you a little preen. Yeah, if you're just joining us, welcome. This is Max the Moluccan, a 31-year-old Moluccan cockatoo from Calgary, Alberta. And we're just enjoying a little bit of patio time before it starts to rain. So make sure you give us a like, a subscribe, and Bok up in the comments. We're a super friendly group here, right, Max? Yeah, that's a nice nod. Max did a little bit of talking earlier. We might have more talking in a little bit. You never know when you're live what the bird's going to do, and that's kind of the fun of it. Max always has his own ideas. We've been going here for almost 25 minutes, and we've been able to mark ourselves safe from the rain. Max definitely does not like the rain. So we're keeping a close watch on the rain. And there's our bumblebees. Yeah, pretty big guys there. And you can see them flying around and checking out the crack. They live just underneath that crack. Now, I'm a little bit paranoid of bees and wasps. Anybody who knows me will vouch for that. And because these are bumblebees and they are living underneath concrete, I cannot do anything about them. I don't want to exterminate them because they cannot be relocated. Bumblebees are nice and calm, big scritchies, yeah. And they're supposed to hurt nobody. And I've reminded Max many times not to snap at them. We'll see what happens. Max might have an accidental snap at one of these days, and I'm hoping that they're forgiving. Where are you going, buddy? Under fluffies. I'm seeing under fluffies here, folks. Uh-oh. Hey, Max, that's your, whoops. Okay, I'm gonna uppity up. Okay, let's shift this back in. Okay, I shifted my weight and the chair slid, the one I've got my foot on to keep my knee up. There you go. No, it is tough, and you're checking out those skies above the big umbrella. Are you going to mark safe from rain? Maybe. Yeah, hello, Diane. Yeah, Carrie, such a handsome face. Well, Randall, we shouldn't fire the weatherman. The farmers need the rain. But I think Mother Nature is feeling a little bit drunk or something. She gave us a month's worth of rain in an hour on Friday night. And now we've got our dry pond is just completely full of water. Can just see it sort of, we lean over from the patio here. But I posted up some pictures of the storm on Friday night. And there's our big bumblebee again. Yeah. There he goes. And he climbs under. There's only a handful of bumbles that are in a nest. So it's not too big. And I keep seeing the same ones. They've got slightly different markings. And you can tell that they're individuals. I know, Max, I don't like them either. But we have to be kind to them. They have just as much a right to be here as we do. Well, yeah, I know it's your patio. And yeah, I do agree that robin is welcome, but he needs to stay outside of your little gate. But yeah, I know, buddy. How about you try your robin impression again and see if you can explain that to him? Do you think you can explain it to him? Yeah? Okay. Well, you want to keep an eye on stuff. That's good. I mean, you can really see some of his really pretty crest feathers here. Looks like he could use a bit of a bath today. Yeah, maybe that'll be fun today, Max. I'll bathe your brothers first and then see if I can get around to you. Yeah. Rex is asking, is the pin like a coating on the feather? Absolutely. When a new feather comes in, you'll sort of see something that almost looks like a straw. And I'm just going to see here if I've got any none I can find right here. Right, leave that alone, honey. Yeah, but you notice he's got a couple of little pokey things that sort of look like porcupines or something on his face. There's one. Oh, there's a newer feather right there. Yeah, that guy there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's sort of in a little bit of a coating. Yeah. I always think of it like the aglet on a shoelace. Shoelace aglet, it's that hard plastic bit that your shoelace ends in to make it easy to thread in. It's a hard, waxy-like coating is probably a good way to put it. It's the way that the new feathers grow in, and you never pull that off. You don't pull it. Never ever pull it because you'll pull out the feather. But what you can do, and what birds do when they preen, is they pinch it and they roll it. So sort of a pinch or a roll, but it has to be to a point that it's ready to come off. If you pinch and roll it too early, the feather's still developing. And when the feather's developing, two things happen. Number one, there's blood supply in there. And where there's blood supply, there's a nerve. And your bird will get really upset if you do that a little bit prematurely. What I usually do is I just start at the tip of a pin feather and I just pinch it a little bit at the tip. And then I see where it goes from there. Yeah, Max. Yeah. Like Max takes care of all of his own except for the head and face. And some days he wants me to do it, some days not. And that's up to him, you know, it really is up to him. He does have a couple on his crest right now that I really want to get at. And there we had a unicorn scooter going down the roadway. Hey, Max. Hey, leave that. You don't chew on your harness. Yeah, that's for safety. That's not for chewing. Daniel, cockatoos are very real. Unicorns are the ones that maybe are not quite as real. Hey, Max. Max. Up. Uppity up. We don't chew on that, okay? And sit there. There's a good pin feather right on his face. You see that little pokey bit? It looks like he's a little tiny bit. There's a couple there. Yeah, you can see them there. Whoop. It's the left of his eye. Those are a couple of little tiny pin feathers. And sometimes Max will take care of those ones himself just by scratching. Yeah, Max. Yeah. Yeah, Fluff and Chops up. Max is pretty relaxed right now. He's not too worried. As I said, I'm concerned that we might have some rain, and I know how Max reacts to rain, but I thought, you know, we can try going outside and see how long we can last before the rain comes. You know, it might not even come, and there's the bumblebee. He's just buzzing around. You know, they're moving so slow, and they are so big, and kind of makes you wonder how they manage to hover in the air. Yeah, Max, you got to be nice to the bumbles, okay? Because if you snap at one, they might take it out on me, and I don't think I'd appreciate that at all. No, I would not. What a good boy, Max. Kim's asking about the size of the shirts and the price. Our shirts are available on our Etsy store. And what sizes? They come in all of the standard sizes. Small, medium, large, extra large. What colors? There's 3 different logos, and you can pick what color they're on. We show a couple of colors, but you can pick from, just in the comments, let us know what color combo you want. If you don't see it there, but red, blue, gray, white, black, you know, all of the standard shirt colors. You can pick which logo, and you can pick which size. We could also do some youth sizes. If you love to youth size, you can let us know that as well. But yeah, it's whatever color, whatever size combo you want, and we'll make it happen. Yeah, I think we're going to redo the listing a little bit just to make that a little clearer. But yeah. So we do have a few that are in stock right now that ship immediately. And if you're picking a color combo that is not in stock, it's just going to take a couple of weeks until it ships, because we need to get it done just for you. But I think that makes really good sense, right? Right, Max? And then you're going to get a wonderful shirt. Right, Max? Yeah. And the prices are on Etsy, so you can go check that out. Max, did I just feel a raindrop? All right, we're underneath the umbrella, so it should keep you dry. Okay, we'll find out what happens. TKL loves the rain, absolutely. Max, not so much. And I mean, I guess you can't really blame him. You know, it's unauthorized water dripping from the sky. You know, it's uncontrolled. Scary. New things are scary. There's a couple of pennies right there, sort of right beside his beak. You can really see them there. Yeah. We were talking about pin feathers earlier, if you're just joining us. Chico and TKL are inside having snacks. So they'll get attention in a few minutes. Whoa, there goes a bumble. Big bumblebee. Big bumblebee. Loser and theft. Thelft says, I'd love to have a cockatoo friend. I got news for you. Just give us a like and a subscribe, and you've got a cockatoo friend from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. It's that easy. What's wrong, Max? What? It's starting to rain a little bit. Are you safe? Are you under the umbrella? Yeah, it's raining outside the umbrella, but not underneath the umbrella. Now, only a couple of little droppies, okay? You are safe. I'm going to flip this for 1 second, just so I've got hands free. I'm just going to move this. Oops. Move that over a bit. Move that over a bit. I'm going to move us over a bit. Okay, Max? We're going to cuddle right underneath the umbrella. Can you get closer to the umbrella? There you go. What? We're right under the umbrella. Is that awesome? Yeah, because I feel a couple of little raindrops. You're safe. You're with Mama, and you're underneath an umbrella. Yeah. Do you see the robin? What sound does a robin make? Robins don't bark. You figured it out the other day. You're doing great, Max. You really are. Yeah. I got a little bit of wood behind us that's destined to become some bird toys. So if you're seeing that sticking out, that's what it is. Yeah, Max. My goodiness. Yeah, great reminder from Sherry saying don't forget to beat that like and subscribe button. Absolutely. And if you're new here, make sure you say hello in the comments. We're a super friendly bunch. We'll say hello back to you. Even if I don't get to say hello, all of my friends on the stream will say hello to you. You know, I'm trying to work my way through comments. It sometimes takes a few minutes. What do you think, Max? Are you safe? Are you marking safe from the rain? Yeah, I'm kind of hoping we just get a couple of little drops. And that's what it's been looking like so far. And maybe Max is feeling safe outside with me, just sitting underneath the umbrella, so it does not actually drip on his head. Yeah? Would that be safe? Would that be okay? Yeah? You're not sure about that, Max? Yeah, I'm going to grab the camera again. I'm going to flip it onto Max. Yeah, it's nice out. I mean, it's cool. It's not cold, but it's cool, and it's just that temperature that's so perfect. Only thing that would make it more perfect is if I had a coffee out here. But Max, my coffee's sitting inside on the kitchen counter. It's probably cold by now. Okay. Oh, look at that. Whoopsies. I zoomed in by mistake. There we go. There you go, Max. Hello, Quinum. Rex asks about pin feathers. Do you have to wet them? No, absolutely not. When they're dry, they just, you just basically roll them in between your fingers and just gently pinch and they fall apart. But if they're not ready to go, the bird will tell you not to touch them. And, it's uncomfortable if you start going after a pin feather that's not ready. Yeah, the bird will say, "Piece off, meat." There's one right there, and I'm just going to see here if I can go after it a little bit. I've just got a little pinchy. And there you can see a little bit of powder on my finger. And Max is saying, "I'm not sure about that, Mom. Not sure I authorize that." Yeah, but when he fluffs that feather, we'll just spread out a little bit. But yeah, we got a few pennies over here too. Yeah. There we go, yeah. Mom, you're molesting my feathers. And there's clouds in the sky. What's going on? Yeah, Max is quiet. He was a little bit talkative to begin with. We had an argument whether or not he wanted to be inside or outside. I told him that we were going to stay outside for a little while. But right at the beginning of the stream, go back and watch it at the end. You'll have to go back and watch because we're actually having a conversation about apples and going inside and staying outside. And Max is just being a little toddler there. Right now he's being quiet, but not for long. I mean, he always gets going when he sees something. And no, I cannot make him do or say anything. He's got his own little mind. He's just like a toddler. If you got a toddler, can you make your toddler say something? Nope. Nope. Your toddler's gonna talk when he or she pleases, right, Max? Max is a he. Hi, Davino. Uh-oh, we get kisses from Anne-Marie in the Netherlands. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Max. What a good boy. You happy and you know it? I'm going to show it. Oh, there's a really nice feather that's coming in a shaft. And I'm hoping I'm getting a camera on that. But you can see how it's poking out of the shaft a little bit. There we go. And I'm just going to take care of that one. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a pinchy. And just a little bit of a scrape. There we go. And that's what pin feather looks like. And I mean, big bird, big pin feather. Hey, Max, don't chew on that. Big bird, big pin feather. But it's just this little bit of a coating, and now more of that feather's available. Yeah, but that's just how they come in, right, Max? And I do them a lot by feel, just reaching around without having to look. Max tends to look at me a little bit oddly when I have to move his feathers to see what's going on. But I just feel it. I've been doing it for so many years. My hands just know what to do. But I just pinch and roll gently, and I watch the bird. One mistake people often make with pin feathers is they start working on it and the bird jerks away and they jump and they grab the pin feather. So when the bird jumps away and you grab the pin feather, yeah, you got it. You just pulled out the pin feather. Not a good thing. That feather was definitely not ready to fall out. The bird will naturally molt the feathers when they're ready to. Got one short today. It's us over by the pond, and I'm not sure if that one's been released yet or not. I sometimes release the shorts just staggered through the days so that you have a better odds of seeing them, but he does a fluff and one of his feathers goes for a fly, but that feather was ready to go and it was ready to be molted, and it just naturally fluffed off, and it's kind of fun to watch just sort of how that happens. So since I had it on camera, I thought I'd share it. And that also shows you how full that wet pond is, or that dry pond is. Lily asks, has he bit you before? Lily, I'm going to say this about birds. All birds bite. If you say you've never been bitten by a bird, add the word yet. Okay? Because it happens. Max, when I met him, all he knew how to do is bite and scrape. Oh yeah, he's bit me a number of times really, really hard. And now we've got a relationship where he knows he can communicate with me without biting, and I'm going to listen to him, and it's going to be okay, right, Max? Yeah. But I mean, it still happens. It still happens. The important thing is to recognize why. Why did it happen? What is the bird trying to communicate? And if you can start with why and what, and understand that, it goes a long way in not fully breaking that trust. But if you do have a bird biting, I'm going to recommend that you chat with our friends over at Parrot SOS. Robin over at Parrot SOS, she is fantastic, and she will help you understand what is going on. Most cases, a bird biting is a form of communication, and the bird resorts to a bite when you're not listening. And lack of listening breaks trust. And the bird starts to think that that's the only way that you'll listen is if they bite, and it becomes a cycle. So she can actually help you build up a much better relationship with your bird. So yeah, really strongly recommend her. She is fantastic. We're super lucky that Robin actually lives locally. We were thinking about going for a walk today actually, but I don't think the weather's going to cooperate this afternoon with Max. But, we've got a world-class parrot trainer right in Calgary, and they're a friend of ours, right, Max? Yeah, Robin from Parrot SOS. And no, she really is fantastic, and she's helped so many people. So yeah. Oh, August is asking, what's the difference in crest colors? Why do some birds have red and some birds have yellow? Moluccan cockatoos are also known as a salmon crested, and no, he's not letting me get around his crest right now. I'm going to flip the camera. So we've got my shirt, so you can see here, this is actually Max, and this is some of his crest, and he's got his feathers up. And you can see that really brilliant colors there. And if I go behind, you can see a little bit of them. There we go. We can see a bit of them. Salmon crested. I'm going to pop the phone here for a bit so I don't have to hold it, Max. But with the Moluccan cockatoos, the species just has an orange crest. With the salmon crested, the species has the with the going on, buddy? Yeah. Moluccan cockatoos are also known as salmon crested, but the Moluccans, it's distinctive for them to have the orange under the crest. You also have the sulfur crested, which are a different breed of cockatoo. Most of the sulfurs come from Australia. I don't know of any that don't. They've got the yellow crest, the sulfur yellow color for the crest. You've got the umbrellas that just have a white crest, but it's just different species. Now, even within the species, if you look closely at Max's feathers, they're not white. They're a really pale peach color. And I'll tell you a couple of cool facts about that. In different light, you can see the peach differently. In really bright light, his feathers look white, but at sunset, you can really see the peach tones. Different Moluccan cockatoos, within the species, they have different tints to their feathers. Our friend Barney from Vancouver, he's got quite a bit of orange in his feathers. Our friend Mango has quite a bit more peachy color in his feathers, sort of that orangey peach mango shade. And Max is fairly pale for feather color, but you can see some of his feathers, like under here, there's a little bit more variegation in them. But yeah, so it's just fascinating. But just like humans, I mean, we all have slight differences in our hair colors and whatnot. The cockatoos are a little bit different too between each individual. They also, how do you tell an individual apart? When I look at Max, when I look at Mango, when I look at any of our other friends like Q or Barney, I can tell who they are. Now, if I've only met them once or twice, I may not recognize the individual face just yet. But the more I'm around them, the more I recognize. I mean, Max and Mango, totally different face shapes. And part of that is the way that they hold their feathers. Part of it is their coloration. Part of it is the shape of their beak. Part of it is, just the way that their face sits. It's the same as looking at a human face and saying, well, all human faces have two eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Well, most of them. How do you tell them apart? There's a little bit there's differences, right? And same with the Moluccans. So I know my boy anywhere, right, Max? And if you watch long enough, you'll get to see some of those differences too. But Mango, very different look to Max. Mango's also a lot smaller. But if you don't have a size clue, it's, how the bird holds themselves, the shape of the feathers. Like Max, fluff and chops up. He's pretty calm right now. Are you happy, Max? Oh, I feel a couple of raindrops. Can we mark you safe from the rain? Are you safe? You want to turn around? Okay, you can turn around and show off that lovely crest. There's some of those lovely crest feathers. Nice salmon-colored crest. Mama, leave me alone. That feather here, you can see, has a lot more salmon on it. You can see that one's really, really orangey compared to the feathers around it. These ones, the crest feathers that stand up, hey, leave that alone, are very salmon color. But yeah, Max, yeah. Maxwell, don't chew on that, okay? As I said, you don't chew on that. Yeah, I know, Max. 2 hands because I'm using a tripod, yeah. My goodness, Max. Oh, you're so warm underneath your wings. Oh, so warm. Does that feel good? Yeah. Yeah, it feels good. Yeah. Get to the top of that head. Yeah, oops, there's another penny. Can I get that one? Yeah. And there's a little bit of the stuff from the pin feather. Hey, don't chew on that. Because I said you don't chew on that, honey. If you're just joining us, welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're doing a bit of a rain watch outside with Max. Ooh, Raider asks, have you had any problems with crows or hawks? We have crows, we have hawks, we have ravens. We have everything around here. They pretty much leave Max alone. Max's bigger problems have been with the small birds. He sometimes gets nervous when a hawk flies overhead, but robins and sparrows, especially sparrows, they sometimes just come whipping through his airspace, and he's like, what the heck, Mama? I didn't authorize that. Baby sparrows, when they're first learning how to fly, they don't have the sense that maybe they should not fly past a big bird like Max. And Max usually gets very upset, lifts up his crest, and the sparrow is scarred for life when they realize this bird just about exploded at them. Because when Max goes crest up, he goes, he suddenly grows, big, big, big bird. He puffs right up. Hi, Joseph. Hi, Hung. Kim says, every time you say Bumble, I think of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Yep. Max, why are you chewing on your harness? Oh, you want to preen? The harness is in your way. But how about we leave the harness alone? Okay, you can preen. So pretty preening. So pretty. Hello, Atlas and Lily. Carrie says apple. We can get you an apple when we get in. Actually, Max, we got some exciting stuff inside. We have pears. We have cantaloupe. We have passion fruit. You've never tried that, and we got that for the first time. We have bananas. I think that's our fruit selection right now. And then we have peppers and squash. Yep, and there goes a little sparrow. I saw that one fly right past. What else have we got? I've got some makings for salads, yeah. Oh, we got fresh corn on the cobby. And we got some broccoli. Yeah. We're gonna have a really good dinner tonight, aren't you, Max? Oh, Kim says, how do I get to your store after I get to Etsy? You can search for Max the Moluccan, but it's even easier if you just use the link off of our website or off of here. If you look at the video description, any of our video descriptions, it will have a link to our Etsy store in it. Easy peasy way to go in there. And when you order, just under comments with the item you're ordering, just say the word of the day is rain, and we'll make sure that we get you an extra goodie. But yeah, just go direct from one of our links. You can also go to our website, www.maxthemoluccan.com, which has got a direct link into our store as well. Yeah. One of the reasons why we encourage folks to go direct into the store is Etsy reduces our seller fees if we send you direct versus if you do a search. So yeah, it's just slightly better for us. But you can also go to Etsy. You can search for Max Moluccan. Yeah, we got lots of goodies in there, but make sure you check out the whole store. In addition to the shirts, we've got keychains, acrylic pins, magnets. One really cool magnet set is Parrot Poetry. It's a selection of little word balloon magnets with words that the flock here says, with a large size magnet of the flock in a really cool little tin container. We can also do it flat. If you don't want the container, let us know. If you want a different bird as the big magnet, if you want to substitute Tico or Tikal or Mango, or if you want a different pose of Max, maybe you already have that one, maybe you've got a pose that you're just in love with, you can let us know. As long as it's in stock, we'll substitute it for you. So yeah, we've got a little bit of customization available in that one, which is fun. What else have we got? We got bookmarks. We've got necklaces featuring the flock. Coasters are super popular, and there's some things that we can ship flat. If you're just buying a magnet or just buying a sticker, we can ship it flat, so you can save on some shipping. With coasters, if you're just ordering one coaster, we can ship it flat, is first class letter mail, and we'll that was a not too bright person, buddy. I think that's the same one that goes down the pathway in a wheelie. So I was just trying to catch a plate. He almost knocked down my neighbor the other day. So I caught a video of him before on the walkway doing that, and I'll just compare to make sure it's the same bike. And hopefully I got the plate. This time he was on the road, but regardless, not cool. Not cool, right, Max? There's a time and a place for that, and this is not the time and place. I ride a motorcycle, so yeah, I'll be the first one to tell you residential area is not a good time to be doing a wheelie. Right, Max? Yeah. So where were we at? Yeah, we were talking about the store. Flat items, if you're just buying a magnet or a sticker or a single coaster, we can ship it flat as letter mail. Our coasters, because Etsy won't let us do 2 profiles, we priced out the shipping there for the coaster packages. So if you're getting a 4 or 8 pack of coasters, that shipping works. If you're just getting one, we'll refund the difference in shipping, which is a few dollars. But if you're getting something from the store and you want to get multiple items, you can get them all under the same shipping profile. So if you are buying yourself a shirt, 3 magnets, 2 pins, and 3 keychains, we can put them all in the same package and save you on shipping. The difference in shipping between one magnet, between 1 pin and 1 keychain, or 5 pins and 3 keychains, it's only a couple of dollars. Like, it's just a fraction of it. So it's really worthwhile. I'm going to keep going here. Kim, get some sleep. Hope you're feeling better soon. I'm just going to scroll. Hi, Gary. I see you got a lot of people on here. We've got 74 people here. Come say hello in the comments. Hello, Anne-Marie. Good to see you made it. Yeah, Thomas says, don't forget the Timor cockatoos from the island of Timor. I'm not familiar with the Timors. I think you sometimes get familiar with the ones that you engage with the most. Max is Moluccan, and he would originate from, his ancestors came from the Maluku Islands in Indonesia. So it's kind of fun just sort of seeing where they come from. Yes, we are moderating for Einstein today. Einstein's going to be on, and I know that Einstein has a really big announcement that we're all waiting for. I'm hoping he's going to give it to us today, so that'll be fun. Hi, Blue Moon Ripple. Yeah, Thomas, the black palms are gorgeous. They are, the beaks on those ones, wow. Yeah. What you doing there, buddy? Oh, yeah, you can scratch. I'll just get the camera on you for scratchy. You're very hard done to. You have to scratch yourself. We said we're not chewing on that, okay? Yeah. Yeah, Jocelyn says Cinnamon chews on the leash, not the harness. Yeah, you don't want them chewing on the leash either because they can damage the leash. Yeah, I just redirect Max every time he does it. We usually give him something better to do. Most of the time, he does not chew on it when we're out walking. I think he's sitting here, he's saying, I'm bored, Mom. There's not enough people walking past. There's not enough excitement. I see our friend Uncle K is on. Usually doesn't comment, but he just moderated a couple of comments. Thank you for that. We appreciate you. Yeah, it's just gorgeous out here. We're just sitting out on the patio. There's our tripod for when we go hands-free. We are trying to avoid any drips of rain. We've had a few drips of rain, but nothing major. And just a couple of drops here and there. We're underneath the umbrella for Max because he does not like rain. And so far it's been okay. But it is gorgeous out here. It's just glorious out here. Well, that was fun. Yeah, Anne Marie's right. Yellow sulfur crested come from Australia. There's a lot of cockatoos in Australia, and they are very damaging in Australia. If you go down to Australia, you'll find that the cockatoos there, if you're driving a car, they like to destroy the black rubber bits on the car. They're very destructive. They chew on everything. And if they happen to be in a town rather than in the country, well, they're just going to chew on whatever they find. You know, Max would like to chew on whatever he finds too, but we say you can't chew on the house. No, you can't chew on the house. We don't live in Ducky and Stella's house with the other twos, yeah. They let their twos chew on the kitchen cabinets, and they said it's a slow demolition because they're planning on replacing them with metal. But yeah, we don't chew on those, do we, Max? And if you do, I get very excited. Your brother Mango took a chunk out of the wall the other day. I was not happy with him. He did it just to spite me. He looked right at me and said, I know I'm not supposed to, but I'm going to do it. And what you going to do? Well, I just moved his cage a little further away. Gave him stink eye. Yeah, there go all the Prime delivery trucks, buddy. Some people are getting goodies. Hello, Coel. Ho, dog. Yeah, Carrie, Tico's going to be happy. He's got a whole anchor and squash. I'm going to take a couple of slices of it off for the other flock members. Tico gets mad at me when I do that, but yeah. Max talks when he wants to. At the beginning of the stream, we had a good little conversation, more of an argument. But it is so much fun. We actually have a short coming out, and I think it's scheduled for later today. We were on a walk yesterday, and Max made a new friend, and we're going to turn this one into a longer form video probably this week as well. And Max said hello, and then told the person, you're awesome. And the person said, oh, he talks. And then Max had a few more things to say. And there goes a unicorn on a scooter. On a busy road. Now the road here is, at this point of the road, it's actually supposed to be 50 kilometers an hour. Most people are still doing 60 down the road. You can see a speed limit sign over there says 50. Most people have not noticed that. A couple of my neighbors get reminded occasionally when the police park out there. I have to admit, because that road is 60 all along the rest of the length, it feels like it should still be 60. But it's nice that they slow it down when it starts going past the townhouses here. Hi, White Lightning. Oh, spin around the bird. Okay, I'm going to take that one quite literally. We're going to do a spin around the bird. Yeah, Max is comfortable the way he's sitting right now. And he is a little bit shaded because we've got the umbrella there. But I thought that might help if I get a couple of drops of rain. Max is 31 years young. And he had a hatchiversary at the start of the month. We actually did a special fundraiser for our friends over at Greta's Roost to celebrate Max's hatchiversary. That one's still open. Up, Max, up. Up, up, up. Okay. If you need to go poops, we're going to go poops here. Okay, can you go poop? Go poop. There you go. Big splattery poop. Big splattery poop. Thank you. Because I don't trust you're going to clear my pants when you lift your tail like that. Yeah. We'll just rinse that off with some water. Yeah, Max is pretty happy right now. Max tends to talk more when he meets new people. Most of the time, he does not feel a need to talk to me. Good, but I'll talk to him a lot in the house, and it's because he hears so many words that he has learned a lot of language. It's really a lot of fun. Right, Max? Black Opsug asks, how much are they? They're expensive to own. You have vet costs. You have food, not just the crunchy food, but also lots of fresh fruit, lots of fresh veggies. You have costs associated with toys and housing. And then there's the time cost. You have to spend so many hours a day with them. It's like having, I think the best characterization I've ever made of a cockatoo is it's like having a special needs toddler for life. They have a short attention span. They need lots of toys to play with. They need lots of stimulation. They need lots of attention. It's not the kind of pet that you can just ignore. I mean, a cat you can mostly ignore. I mean, you put out some food, you clean out the litter box, and you and the cat can ignore each other. Dog, you're going to have to take them out for a few walks, or at least have a dog run in the backyard. But a bird, especially a parrot, they need to be out of the cage. They need a lot of active attention. And I always like to talk about active versus passive attention. Some people say, well, I spend hours with my bird. And if you ask them what do they mean by that, they say, oh, well, the bird's in the room when I'm cooking dinner and when I'm reading a book and when I'm watching TV. Okay. Are you actually spending time with that bird, or are you just spending time beside that bird? Active attention is directly interacting with the bird. It's talking to the bird. It's, sometimes it's, playing beside the bird if that's what the bird wants. But, it's engaging. It really is engaging with the bird. I mean, Mango, his idea of play, he runs around a lot and he wants me to watch him. He'll sometimes chew on wood when I'm standing or watching him. And that's like, you sit here while I chew on some wood, Mom. And then he'll want me to cut some wood while he supervises me. And then I give him those pieces of wood that I've just fresh cut. That's fun for him. Max likes to play catch, and he likes it when I read books to him. I've even been known to read my own books out loud to him when I was doing some studying for some technical things. I've occasionally read my books out loud to him because I needed to read them and I needed to understand them. And I figured, you know what? It does not hurt for you to learn a little bit about cybersecurity, Betty. Yeah. Oh boy, Betty. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but we've got some robins chirping away in the background. I just realized I had the phone mic resting on my hand, which is not good. It might have been muffled for a minute. Hi, Anne-Marie. Yeah, it was indeed a bombs away. Hey, Max, what are you doing? What are you doing? You don't chew on that. All right, I'm going to flip this around again. Bop, bop, bop. There we go, Max. There. Good job, Max. Now, Max is just happy sitting right now. And this is actually active attention for him. He wants to sit. He wants the occasional preen. He knows that I'm watching him. Whoops, I'm sorry. That feather was not ready, huh? I'm sorry. I did not mean to pull the wrong feather. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, but I'm here and giving him lots of attention. He's sitting on my knee. Pretty there, huh? Yeah. And he's waiting and saying, when's that rain gonna come, Mom? Am I safe from the rain? Maybe marked safe from the rain? It's really been lovely out here this morning. I was worried that it was going to rain on Max, but apparently, it's just threatening to, and we've had a couple of drops, but nothing significant. Nothing that sent Max running inside. And he gets really upset when it starts raining, so he'll be the first to say, let's go in. Right, Max? Excuse me. We said no chewing on that. Is that a robin? Are you a robin? That was a robin chirp. That's right, robins chirp. Well, Max, we've been streaming for just over an hour. I know, not bad for I'm not sure how many minutes I'm going to be out here. Yeah. And my coffee's inside. Yeah, I'm just going to give you some nice pats. Oh. And I'm going to see if I can get a bok bok from you before we end, okay? I'm going to stand up, uppity up, up. Oh, you tripped. How'd you trip on my knee? Okay, I'm going to rotate this around. Ooh, up. Stiff. Right, Max, I'm just going to rotate this up. There. Hi. Can I get a bok bok bok? No box. Oh, it's starting to rain. Oh, you want to come back under here? Okay, go back under the umbrella. Oh. Honey, is it starting to rain? Can I get a bok 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 just before we end? I know, honey. Oh, honey. Honey, is it raining? Mom, it's terrible. The sky just dripped on me. The sky just dripped. Are you safe under the umbrella? Can I get a bok bok bok? You bark, the rain might go away. You're gonna bark, okay. You see a dog? Did you bark? That's right. How about a bok bok bok? Bark, baa. Bok bok. I'm trying to bark and balk at the same time. Did you see the amazing chicken dog? Bok bok. Can I get a bok bok bok? Oh, now you notice that Max is just leaning towards me right now. Oops, and he's getting a little bit nervous. He's saying it's time to go in. So, folks, what I'm going to do is I am going to end the stream. Max is telling me that he thinks it's going to start raining here, and he's not wrong. It is beginning to rain a little bit out here. So I think we're going to end the stream. You good underneath the umbrella, buddy? Yeah, are you safe? One more shot of the shirt. It says Max Moluccan on it, available on our Etsy store. And the word of the stream is rain. And if you order from our Etsy store today and you utilize the word rain, lets us know that you were watching the stream, and we'll send an extra goodie along with stuff. Link to the Etsy store is available in the video description, as well as off of our website, www.maxthemoluccan.com. Friends, don't forget to tune in to Einstein this afternoon. He's going live in a couple of hours. We'll be moderating for him, and I believe he's got a really cool announcement. All right, bok bok, everybody. Appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us. We'll stream again at our regular time next Saturday, 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Right, Max? And same place, same channel. And we might do another pop-up during the week. You never know. But also check out our regular videos. 2 or 3 shorts a day, a regular long stream video, Monday through Friday, as long as we don't lose power with a lightning storm, I guess. But lots of fun stuff. So bok bok, everybody. We appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe, beak that like button, and we will talk to you again soon. Love ya. Bok bok, Max. Bok bok. Let me get a bok bok. Good job.